Mr. President, members, the topic that I have taken was from Swaraj to Ramraj. It is not from Hindu Swaraj to Ramraj. There's a difference. I will talk more about that. The person or the patriot who popularized the term Swaraj was Lokamaanya Balagandhar's. He was a Chittavan Brahmin from a high caste Hindu family, born on 1862, south of Bombay. In sort of a universal religion, he began to read Bible. He became an intellectual convert and was baptized in 1895 when he was 33 years old. He died in 1st August 1920. That's his lifespan. I'm just saying. He was given many titles. The British called him the father of Indian unrest. Pandit Nehru said he is the father of Indian revolution. And Mahatma Gandhi said he is the maker of modern India. Why is he so famous? He is famous because he coined the term, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Swaraj, loosely translated, is freedom or independence. At that time, that is when Mahatma Gandhi returned from South Africa, there were two groups in International Congress. One was the group of extremists led by Tilak, and his political rival was Professor Gopalakrishna Gokhale. He was a pacifist. So even though Mahatma Gandhi liked this slogan, Mahatma Gandhi was basically a pacifist. So he finally fell into the camp of Gokhale, and Gokhale became his mentor. This is not history, or let us say, the biography of Mahatma Gandhi. You must understand that history is made up of the biographies of a lot of people. And India's, or the modern India's history is actually a collection of biographies of people like Tilak, Gokhale, Mahatma Gandhi, and so on. So, Mahatma Gandhi's challenge was to take this Swaraj slogan to the Ramraj slogan. So there is a journey. So from Swaraj, you have to reach Ramraj. And when we look into history, you will find that all the great people of the world, they are trying to go through this journey. That is the journey from independence to, I would say, interdependence. Interdependence, the dependence between you and I. So, what is this roadmap? The first person, the first great person in the entire recorded history of world is actually the problem of the world itself means the destroyer of darkness. He was that. But to destroy the darkness, he had to forsake his wife and child. And there is the tragedy. There is a tragedy. There is a person. After that, the next person who greatly influenced the mankind was Jesus, the Christ. He split time with his birth. So, Anno Domini, and before Christ. Now we call it Common Era and before Common Era. That's actually a Jewish term. The Jews didn't want to say AD and BC because they didn't want to be remembered. They didn't want to remember Jesus. But again, when Jesus undertook this journey from independence to interdependence, or from Swaraj to Ramraj, or let us say, thy kingdom come, the kingdom of God, he had to give up his own life before he could have a life. He never had a life. So that was the price that he paid. And to me at least, the next great person that came to the world is Mahatma Gandhi. Because he took on a great empire, the largest empire, the empire where sun never set. He took it on without a weapon and defeated them. And it was a very principled journey, but again he had a tragedy. He didn't have to forsake his family, he had family, everything, but Gandhi, who had a lot of spiritual sons, lost his own elder son. I hope you understand. So, they all paid great price for the world in their own way. But is this journey actually coming to any better end? How can we carry on this torch of enlightenment and civilization? That is a great question. Here I would like to take a small digression. I would like to compare between the great Indian civilization and the English traditions. How could England really conquer us? You know, Napoleon used to deride them, saying that they are a country of shopkeepers. How could a country of shopkeepers conquer such a great civilization like India? There are many reasons, but I would like to home on to one reason. It is the concept of kingdom. You know, there was once a saying, in the end there will be only 5 kings. The 4 kings of the card and the British king. And it is like that. We have only one king now, what they are talking about. And that is King Charles. Even now. Who is permitting him to be the king? It's the people. Why? What is the philosophy? The philosophy is every Englishman is a king. That's the philosophy. There's a saying, Englishman's house is his castle. So that is the philosophy. So they treat themselves like kings and queens in their houses. And then that is a great secret. There's a lot of things to that. But we also have that concept through our own traditions. Especially if you go to the epic of Ramayana. Even though the epic of Ramayana is of a king of Ayodhya, you know it was so popular that it spread all over Southeast Asia. The story of Ramayana is known by all the people of Southeast Asia. Why is the story so popular? The story is popular because again it is the story of the king and the queen. Mahabharata is the story of a battle between two kings. But Ramayana is the story of a relationship between a king and a queen. And that's a big difference. Mahabharata is a story of battle, bitterness, because two kings fought. But Ramayana is great because it describes to us the relationship between a king and a queen, or a prince or a princess. I would like to say a little about Rama and Sita. You must understand that civilization as we see, based on worldly being, is like being trapped in a dream. That is why in Ramayana, see that in the Aranyakant tells Rama, I want that golden deer. Golden deer is nothing but a symbol of worldly pursuits. The woman pushing the man to go for the worldly possessions. But the woman and man is in one single human being. That is the secret we must understand. Even though the story is spiritual. So it goes after Marija. Marija means rash. Some rash. So men go after the worldly desires till one day what happens? There is a battle between whom? Ram and his Ravana. Who is Ravana? Is Ram itself. But with the 10 heads and 20 arms. That is his alter ego. His ego. So when he conquers his ego, he is reconciled with his Sita and he regains his Ayodhya. So, now what am I coming to? I am coming to the point that there is a harmony in a single human being between the masculine and the feminine. It is when we attain this equilibrium or the harmony that we actually attain Ramraj. That is Ramraj. And that anybody can attain just like that. You don't have to have physical Ayodhya. You know, now our nation is trying to modernize Ayodhya. What is the whole thing? There is no such Ayodhya and there is no such Ram. So but somewhere we lost it. Again, in Chinese civilization also they talk about the same thing, yin and yang. You must have heard of it. There is a symbol also of yin and yang. Again, the same thing. All great civilizations acknowledge it. But unfortunately, the Western civilization doesn't acknowledge it. Even though the British knew some sense of it. They knew something, but if you look at it overall, they missed it somewhere. And that is why the modern world doesn't enjoy harmony. Because modern world is overpowered by the Western civilization, and in Western civilization, there is basically no harmony. Even in a single man, between these two elements. Whereas, if you look at Asian civilizations, those who know, there's a harmony. So, this is the real challenge that we all face after Mahatma has given us this beautiful nation. Yes, he has actually created this nation, so as to say. He didn't create this land. This land is physical, and we are all natives of this land. Our nativity nobody can deny. But the nation can be denied. That's the difference. Our nativity cannot be denied, but our nationhood can be denied. So we have to come forward and once again proclaim our allegiance to that nation that Mahatma Gandhi talked about. That Ramraj, not the Ramraj that the government is now talking about. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. One is rooted in philosophy and self-realization. The other, God only knows what people are talking about. How many minutes more? 5 minutes. No, I think I can finish. Okay, so now let me wrap up my thoughts. Swami Vivekananda said, Uttishtana Jagrata Prabhyavaran Nibodhana. The literal translation is, wake up, stand up, and learn from the great minds. This is all coined these words, but he took it from the Upanishads. The inspiration comes from that. So, let us once again reiterate that the nation is a construct. I think the advocates know it best. It's a construct which we have built in our mind and nothing more. That is not a reality in a real sense. It is reality to the limit or the extent that we allow it to be a reality. Otherwise, it is not a reality. So, we all have the power to construct our own nationhood. be defined in that. That is how Mahatma Gandhi led India. I told you, modern India's birth and Mahatma Gandhi's biography are identical. So how did he construct it? This is a mental construct. So, for every one of us, there is a journey from Swaraj to Ramraj, and it is an individual journey, and every one of us has to start somewhere. When we start somewhere, we can end somewhere. And please understand that we have to not only start it, we have to understand that it is in the harmony between, as I said, the yin and the yang, the masculine or the feminine, the balance, equilibrium. That is where we realize Ramraj. Thank you.